Apologize. If you can find a microphone.
I'll start and again, congratulations to Clemson, Coach Sweeney, their staff team. Played an excellent football game today and really executed well against us. Really disappointed in how we played. Just when the number of turnovers were so big, and then we finally make a play, get a turnover. We feel we got a touchdown, and we're offsides. A few plays later, they score. There's another 14-point swing. Start the game off with two of our veteran guys miss a tackle in the open field. The guys out the gate then for a touchdown. Those are, you got to make those plays if you're going to have a chance in these kind of games, and we didn't make them. Again, credit Clemson for that, and really played a good football game. Also, offensively, inability to throw the football. You can't play one-handed. I thought overall we did a really nice job running the football, but we just lack of execution in the passing game was a major factor as well. So, they're a really good, talented defense. Brent's done a great job with them, and their guys made a lot of good plays.
Right here in the front.
Bob, how with the 3-and-out, it was a real quick 3-and-out, and then they go, like you said, missed two tackles and was off the races. How prepared were you guys to play this game?
We were prepared. I have no issue with how we practiced. What we did, we didn't have a guy late for curfew. We didn't have a guy late for a meeting. We were practice every day the way we have. Same formula that worked a year ago didn't work as well this time, and that's the bottom line.
The team a year ago got out of the best as well, but you guys were able to kind of rebound. That didn't happen.
Yeah, well, again, we had our chances. You hope you had a spark there when Tapper's running for the touchdown with the turnover, and then you're deflated. It's taken away, and then a few plays later, we miss a tackle out on the perimeter again, on a hitch route, and the guy goes for a touchdown. So in the end, we had our shots, and we weren't able to come up with the play to make it happen.
Is there anything for you or for fans of this program or administrators? Is there anything you feel good about 2014?
About this season, nothing much other than the 8 wins. I mean, and when I first took the job, all anybody wanted to tell me is just beat Texas, but that doesn't fly. I knew it didn't then, and it still doesn't. So anyway, no, this was it's very disappointing, and especially the way it finished.
Coach, it just seemed like there wasn't much effort. I realize you're talking about mistakes, but the boy coming off the field at halftime, wasn't any energy on the sidelines that didn't appear to us. It seems like you guys sense that as a team and as coaches.
Well, when you get energy, not when you're down 27-0. Usually, your energy comes when when you're having success. It's hard to have a ton of energy when the number of plays that I just talked about go against you or you don't make. It doesn't make you real exciting, and that's been the case. I've been in this a long time. It's been that way forever.
Please keep the microphones hot. Please.
Can you talk about Sterling Shepard really never was a factor for you tonight? It really hasn't been. How big of a factor was that in your inability to throw the football coming down the stretch, including tonight?
Well, it's hurt us. I mean, he's a guy that, you saw for the first 6 games or whatever he played, he made big plays and was over 100 yards in every game. When you remove that, it's tough it's tough when he's such a dynamic player that way. It changes you. So it hasn't helped.
And how was he tonight?
He was there, but not quite. He's not full speed to where he usually is.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Bob, where do you go from here in terms of what do you do to make sure this is what happened to you in these last 2 games and the bad game? What do you do?
Well, you got to keep recruiting. We got to keep developing the players that we have. We've got to continue to analyze what we're doing as coaches. So all of us need to improve. I need to do a better job, first and foremost, at the head of the program, and assistant coaches after me and players after them. We've got to all do a better job in what we're doing.
Along those same lines, Bob, do you have to caution yourself to have a knee-jerk decision right now because you're so angry with what happened?
You know, I'm not going to discuss any of that. I'm pretty good at not doing knee-jerk reactions, and you know, you look at our track record for 16 years. I think we're the only team in the country that's had 8 or more wins for the last 16 years. So, and we've had a few championships, and we've done it the right way. And I'll, you know, take stock of everything and continue to evaluate what we're doing.
Coach, you mentioned the tackling in the first couple of plays of the game. What about the tackling for the defensive effort? Did you address them lower?
Well, I mean, they ran the ball 42 times for 68 yards. That's a lot of that's pretty good tackling. We had, you know, the 2 big plays that show up on the perimeter were the 2 touchdown plays. You know, that I talked about the opening play of the game, and then the play after, you know, Tapper's interception that was nullified. We missed a tackle out on the edge. Those 2 hurt us. A lot of what they did, tackling, running the football, we did really well.
Yeah, about 36 points to USC, 20 to West Virginia, 28 to Texas A&M, and 34 tonight. These are bowl games. These are the biggest blowout losses in Oklahoma history in bowl games. What are you guys doing wrong in bowl games that these things happen, that they get out of this spiral out of control like that?
Well, give me your statistics, and I'll show you the other ones that we won. So don't talk about the Sugar Bowl a year ago. We had the same type of plan. So it worked then, and it's worked in a lot of other bowl games. You name the ones we lost, name the ones we won also.
I just thought historical losses.
Well, I just thought some historical wins, too, count in bowl wins. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, there's several.
Bob, going into the game, it looked like it was a screen game. You wanted to try to establish a screen game. You never got off the ground really. Can you talk about what happened with the screen game offensively?
Say that again?
It looked like coming into the game, you tried screens early. And I know this
Yeah, you know, they were executing them better than we were getting to our blocks. You know, so it didn't. You know, a few of them, you know, there in some cases worked, but you know, some of our tunnel inside screens, they played them really well.
Yeah, Bob, a lot of times when your quarterbacks have games like this, you're the first to say that it's not all on them. In this case tonight, was Trevor having a bad game, or were other people not executing? What was the problem there?
Well, again, I'm not going to single people out. You know, I think it's always fair to say they all have a little bit of a hand in it. Trevor could have been better. Receivers could have been better. You know, all of that for sure. Early they got us on protection, but the rest of the day we were better protecting them.
Bob, it was a dispiriting season for a lot of reasons, with injuries in places that didn't turn your way. Is there a chance that you lost some of the guys just along the way, just too emotion sort of set in, and it was really hard to keep them focused and get their attention and keep them playing at the level you need to keep playing, competing against a team like Clemson?
I don't feel that, but you know, we didn't play very well, so maybe there's some of that, but I didn't sense that again, and I'm not sitting here. You know, they didn't. Like I said, we practiced hard, well. You know, guys, again, were in meetings when they're supposed to be, so I don't. You know, again, I can't speak for every one of them. You know, but you know that could possibly have happened.
Bob, you went back and forth with quarterbacks a year ago, and you had a struggle with turnovers this year. Where do you want to go moving forward with your quarterback position? Is it become a wide open deal for you?
Well, I think it's fair to say it is open. I mean, you know, with the other guys that we have coming in and our inconsistency overall, that it has to be. But you know, every position's open come springtime, and if a guy hasn't, you know, it's one thing if a guy's a first-team All-American, you know he's going to be hard to replace. But you know, so I'm not sitting here creating a problem with it, but of course there'll be competition for it.
Yeah, Bob, down the stretch when it's clear one would lead tonight and got away from you, what's your emotion? You more when you talk after the Baylor game, you know, someone said it was this embarrassing, and you sort of defiantly said it's not embarrassing when you try hard and you play hard. Is that still the way you feel?
Well, I'm not going to give you the headline words. You know, that's just not what I'm going to do. So obviously, it doesn't feel good. It's and it isn't something we're used to. So you can use the words. I don't need to.
And I will take this right, but you talk about your consistency, you know, your stats, and you're the winningest coach of all time, but since 2010, not many championships of any kind and not Bob Stoops-like results.
That's fair to say. We were co-champs in 2012. That's right. And the other years are what they are. So am I content with it? No, I'm not at all pleased with it.
And are you the guy going forward? Do you have the energy? You say, I'm the man, I'm going to turn this thing back like I used to do. Are you that guy?
I've always been that guy.
All right, 2 more questions for Coach Stoops.
Yeah, Bob, ever since Sterling's been hurt, you guys have had a lot of trouble with receivers getting open and dropping passes. Can you diagnose, I know you don't want to single anybody out, but can you diagnose what the problem's been at receiver for you this year?
Well, I think you just said it. So, I mean, you're watching it the same as I am.
You guys have recruited a lot of talented guys for years.
Well, this hasn't been a strong position for us right now.
Yeah, coach-quarterback relationships are usually pretty special. And do you feel like Trevor's the kind of guy who takes a game like this and worries too much about it, or turns it around and makes it a positive? What do you kind of expect from him after?
He'll take it personal, and he's a team guy, and he knows, at that position what lies on his shoulders. But so I'm sure it'll be hard on him. But but he'll move past it.
All right, thank you for time, Coach.
All right, we'll have